Hi everyone, welcome to another video by Optionables. My name is Saket and today in this video we are going to look at what happened to the markets today, what we can expect from the markets tomorrow, and also what happened to our trade. So before we actually move on to the video, there is one very important and exciting announcement that I would want to make. So recently, if you remember, we had a mentorship program as well as an internship program. So now if you look at the mentorship program, there was a lot of prerequisites and we only ended up selecting 7 people out of 1900 responses what we had received. And when you look at the internship program, this was only meant for students and we had received over 2000 responses and we only ended up selecting around 6 people. So the 6 people list is not yet out, it will be out by this weekend. So we'll be selecting only 6 people. So now the thing is, if you see overall we had received over 4,000 responses, both internship as well as mentorship put together. But the thing is, we are only selecting around 13 people out of this 4,000. So there is a huge gap between the number of people who are actually interested as to the number of people whom we are catering. So we thought we must do something to fill in this gap. So something where we can actually reach out to more people and also help more people as a whole. So that's why we came up with this idea of one-day workshop where we are going to book a hotel in your city. So we plan to do this in multiple cities across India. So the thing is, the schedule for this is not yet planned. So we want to do this in multiple cities across India, where in your city we are going to come and conduct a one-day workshop where we are going to teach option strategies, adjustment, psychology, as well as system trading. So 4 aspects will be covered in this workshop, and there's also going to be a lot of fun and much more in this workshop. So now you can just pause the video and try to guess what is going to be the price for this workshop. So you might have guessed this right again. So like our internship or our mentorship, this workshop is again going to be absolutely for free. So we are going to take 100 people in each city as a batch, and this workshop is going to be completely free, where we are going to come to your city and teach option trading. So the schedule is not yet out, since this is not going to be an easy task for us, because it is going to involve a lot of cost to us personally, because the entire thing is done for free. So we have to book the hotel as well as arrange food for entire 100. So that's the reason we want to first conduct a pilot workshop where we'll be conducting in one city only. So based on how the response is, whether we are actually able to achieve our goal and help people improve their trading, so we'll be extending this to other cities. So now how exactly are we going to pick this one city? The answer to that is pretty simple. There's a form which we have created and the link to that is in the description below, and all you have to go there and do is fill in your details as well as your location, and depending on from which location we get the highest number of responses. It can be Mumbai, it can be Bangalore, it can be Delhi or Hyderabad. Depending on where we get the highest number of responses, we are going to conduct our first pilot workshop there, and if the response is good, then we are going to extend this to other cities as well. And further intimation will be given in the upcoming videos. So now, since we are almost catering to 100 per batch, even if we conduct this in close to 6 to 7 cities, we can cover close to 700 people. So this will be also helping us to fill this huge gap of number of people who are willing to learn and number of people we can actually reach out to. So the thing is, like our mentorship, we also have some prerequisites. One is you need to know something about options. So you have to know basics, and it's not just about knowing basics, you should have prior trading experience also to make the best use out of this workshop. So if you are not really clear about basics, you can also check out our free course on courses.optionables.in. There is a fundamentals of options course, and that should be helping you to brush up your fundamentals and also improve your knowledge. It is anyways for free. You can put the coupon code, which is again in the description below, and you can check out the course today itself. And apart from that, you need to have at least a capital of around 3 to 5 lakh. The reason is, For many of the strategies what we are going to teach in this workshop, it is recommended to have at least around 5 lakh capital, but since 5 lakh is little on the higher side, even 3 lakh to 5 lakh is something what we are looking for. So at least 3 to 5 lakh should be the minimum capital. So without wasting time, I would request you to go and fill in the form right away. So the more number of responses we receive from your city, so the workshop is going to get conducted in your city. So do not forget to share this video and also send this form link to as many people as possible in your city, so that we can take your city as the pilot city to conduct our first free workshop. So don't miss out on this opportunity and quickly start filling out the forms. Now we'll be quickly moving on to the trade review and we'll look at what exactly happened today. So today, if you actually look at the markets, so the markets opened with a gap down of around 40-50 points. But later, there was some sell-off in tech stocks especially, and the markets ended up going lower by around 110-120 points. So now we thought, okay, the market is consolidating, and it in fact consolidated throughout the day in the range of 17,700 itself. But the thing is, in this period where it consolidated between 17,700, there was a lot of volatility. The market went down to 17,650. Again, at a point in time, it came up to 17,750. So it was moving in the range of around 100 points up and down continuously. So today, if you actually look at it, it was quite weird because it used to fall by 20 points and immediately go up by 30-40 points. This entire pattern we saw in the morning. And towards the evening, there was a huge sell-off which took Nifty all the way from 17,770 to 17,640. So there was a huge fall of around 130 to 140 points. Overall today, there was complete consolidation. If you look from beginning to closing, hardly the market has moved. So the thing is, opening to closing, there is hardly some 10-20 points difference. But what we actually saw in the middle is almost around volatility of 120 to 140 points. So Bank Nifty was a much more positive when compared to Nifty because IT stocks ended up performing very badly. Infosys was down, HCL was down, Wipro was down. So these were the top losers today, and all IT stocks ended up falling. But surprisingly, TCS today ended up outperforming all the IT sector because today we have TCS result. So it is not yet out, but it will be out in some time, and they're expecting TCS to report for the first time revenues over 50,000 crores. So that is a very huge number, and it is also a very positive number. So since TCS is kicking off the IT sector earnings season, if TCS results is positive, then we can also expect the same thing to continue with the entire IT pact. So Infosys, Wipro, HCL, everything will usually end up following TCS itself because it's the sectorial performance overall at the end of the day what matters. If you actually look at Bank Nifty today, it outperformed Nifty. So Kotak Bank was holding out strong. HDFC was down by 1%, but Kotak was strong. And actually at a point in time, Bank Nifty also went up by 100 points. So 100 points positive. But later, due to the sell-off, even Bank Nifty came down and it almost ended completely flat. So overall, even though there was no much movement in the market, our trade didn't go well. So I'll be explaining that towards the end, what exactly happened. At a point when market made its peak of 17,770, we were having an M2M of over 2.5 lakh. But unfortunately for us, end of the day, we ended the day with negative of 50,000 because the markets ended up falling. So I'll explain more about that later on, but we'll be quickly looking at what we can expect from the markets for tomorrow. So now what we should note is tomorrow, even though it's a Tuesday, it's technically being a Wednesday because Thursday there is a holiday. So this is one day before expiry, and that's the reason premiums are expected to erode much faster. So this is something which you have to keep in mind. Even though you're trading on a Tuesday, it's more like you're trading on a Wednesday. And on Wednesday we have the expiry, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday we have a very long weekend. So it is going to be quite boring this weekend because we have 4 days where we will not be having any kind of trading. So what actually we can expect for tomorrow is, again, I am personally expecting more or less a consolidation, unless if there is any news based event, or let's say US or Europe ends up going very high or very low. Right now Europe is also consolidating, it is very flat. If the same thing continues with US, even we can open flat and we can expect a flattish opening itself. So now speaking about the ranges, for Nifty I am expecting 17,500 to be held, and on the upside I am expecting 17,800 to 17,900. So this is the range I am expecting in Nifty, 17,500 all the way to 17,900. When you look at Bank Nifty, I am expecting a range of 37,000 to 38,500. So this is the broader range what I am expecting. If you also look at the open interest, so Nifty has a lot of call rating compared to put rating. So it is suggesting some kind of a bearishness, but in spite of that, I am expecting 17,500 to be held because that has the highest put to I, and also it is a very strong support for the market. But when you look at Bank Nifty, here the PCR ratio is slightly more balanced, somewhere around 0.85 or something. And even though there are more number of calls, we do see strong put rating in the ranges of 37,000 and 37,500. Again, as I told before, the range what I am expecting is 17,500 to 17,800 or 900, and in Bank Nifty 37,000 to 38,500. So now we'll come to the final aspect, what exactly happened to our trade. So the thing is, today morning we ended up creating a 17,700 short straddle and also 37,700 short straddle. Everything was going really well up until 1 o'clock or 1:30 when market almost made its peak. So slowly the market was consolidating and heading up higher, and as it slowly started moving higher, our M2M also started increasing. So our M2M went all the way, when we started it was around 10,000 positive, then it went to 20,000, 40,000, 50,000, all the way up till 2.5 lakh. So we were at a very good position in the morning, and up until afternoon we were again at a very good position. So then what happened? The market started falling. So while the market went up, all our stop losses on the call side had got triggered. So both a Nifty stop loss as well as Bank Nifty stop loss on the call side had got triggered. And once in the end, when the market fell, all our put stop losses also started to get triggered. So while that happened, we came down all the way from 2.5 lakh to negative 50,000. So it was a pretty bad fall. So I didn't end up adjusting the trade because even till the end I was positive. I was expecting, okay, the market will come up, and that's the reason I didn't take any counter trade. So I left it completely to the system, because in the end we had some put option shorted, which was as per the system, and since I was expecting some kind of a bounce back, I didn't really adjust the trade, but the bounce back didn't happen, and that's the reason we couldn't end today in profit. So that is how we ended the day, and I'll be attaching the screenshot of our M2M also. I have carried one simple position, that is 37,700 short straddle for tomorrow, 500 quantity naked. Since the quantity is low, we can afford to manage it even if something ends up happening. So again, today's TCS result, so let's see how exactly it turns out to be. If it comes out positive, we can also expect the positivity to continue with other IT stocks as well. So with this, we also come to the end of the daily video summary as to what exactly happened to our trade and what we are expecting from the markets tomorrow. So if you have liked the content, do not forget to hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to Optionables, and also do not forget to fill in the form if you are interested. And again, I'm just going to repeat this. So based on the demand which we receive from a particular city, we'll start one with a pilot workshop. If that goes well, then we'll continue with other cities as well. So thank you so much for joining, guys, and I'll be catching you soon in the next video.